top 3 wide receivers heading into the season. So the guys you want this season. And we're going to start off here with my main man, Bucky Brooks.
All right, 3-1, right? I think we're going 3-1.
3-1. I'm gonna go through each one of them.
Yep. Here we go.
Okay, so number three for me, Antonio Brown from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Smaller than your classic prototypical number one receiver, but he has all the things that you want. Outstanding route runner, terrific after the catch, versatile, can play inside and outside. To me, he is just below these next two guys just because size is a factor if I'm building the ideal receiver core.
All right, so Antonio Brown you have as the number 1 guy. The number 3 guy. Moving on to number 2, Buck. I'm guessing you're going a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I'm going to go big. I'm going to go with Dez Bryant. And we've talked about him ad nauseum about what he brings to the table. Feisty, goes and gets it there. We talk about taking the ball away from the defender. He is always open because he can make those spectacular plays. He's number 2 for me.
All right, numero uno?
Number uno, I'm going to go with the prototypical number 1 receiver. Big, fast, physical, goes and gets it at the top of the thing. Here we see him in the back of the red zone making plays. That's all Calvin Johnson does. Player that you talk about being able to get close to 2,000 yards of receiving. Outstanding player. He's the guy that deserves to be number 1, even though he took a step back.
Going into last year, I would have had him as a number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. Now, I'm not gonna reveal it yet because I want to have some mystery.
You're gonna save it a little bit.
I'll go through my top 3 guys. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, number 3, I'm right there with you, Antonio Brown. The only thing keeping him out of the number 1 spot because he's so dynamic and electric is just the size. I mean, that's just
ideally
that's all he's missing.
Ideally, in the scouting world, we always tend to favor bigger.
Yeah, if the skill sets are somewhat similar, you go with the bigger guy. But I mean, look, I could make the case he's the toughest cover in the NFL right now. I mean, you good luck. Good luck. You want to go press him, you can't get a hand on him. You want to play off of him, he's going to turn you inside out. So he's my number 3 guy. Number 2 for me, I'll go Julio Jones. And this is somebody you saw when he was healthy last year, how dominant he can be. And I don't want to read too much into preseason, but Bucky, have you seen what he looks like and how he's moving against Tennessee the other day?
Look, preseason doesn't count, but it does matter.
Man.
And I think it matters in terms of looking at Julio Jones. Outstanding.
He's dynamic. I know you had Calvin as your number 1 guy. I got number 88 with a star on his helmet as my top
I like
guy.
that, though.
And he's just – I love the way he plays the game. He can do everything you want to do. And I use the word again, angry. I want my receivers to be angry, to go attack the football, shug off tacklers, whatever you want. 88. I know he's paid, and I know he's not satisfied because about a week after he got paid, he was throwing haymakers in practice. So I would still have him as my number 1 guy.
I mean, I can't dispute it. Throwing up the X with Dez Bryant is an outstanding choice. I like what he brings to the table. Julio Jones certainly piqued my interest after watching him play the other night. He is in rare form. He's ready to go.